So Thommi, would you just let robots be all in your life, like cooking your food and driving you everywhere and doing everything, kind of like Megan, just taking care of your children?
Yeah. Cook, clean. We already got cars that are self-driving now, right? No steering wheel, Well, steering wheel, but
yeah,
you don't
but they're
have to
having
steer
problems
hands-free.
too. You know this, right?
That looks scary to me. I'm watching a commercial and hands-free where you just stop. How's it know when you're going to turn?
They're having some problems with that. With
Yeah.
obeying the traffic sign.
But a robot that can come in here, cook, clean. Yes.
Okay. Well, one man saw it coming. I think I'd be like that man. So,
You wouldn't do it?
I don't think so. I think I'd be like Will Smith in this one.
Let's talk about iRobot. Because, I can kind of vouch for a robot. At least one. Let's talk about iRobot. This is a Will Smith movie from 2004.
Mm-hmm. It's PG-13. It's an hour and 55 minutes long. I rewatched it on Hulu, but I do have the DVD. You can just find it places. It was free. Well, if you have a subscription, but I think it's probably free on Tubi or something probably too. I didn't look.
It's a great watch. It's a great movie.
Yes, it is. Yes. So it stars Will Smith as Del Spooner, Detective Spooner, and the opening scene with him.
I know. I think everybody enjoys it. I'm sure.
I'm sorry, but I know when that movie first came out,
were you
all
like, ooh? Okay. Wasn't mad at Will in shaping that movie.
I'm not mad at you for not liking robots and not. Bridget Moynihan plays Susan Calvin. She's in John Wick 1 and 2, so you recognize her.
Love our John Wick.
Yeah. Alan Tudyk plays Sonny. He was from Firefly and Resident Alien. So he plays the robot.
Oh, the good one. Sonny.
That we think is bad at first.
Sonny.
Okay. James Cromwell plays Dr. Alfred Lanning. You remember him from The Green Mile. Bruce Greenwood plays Lawrence Robertson. You'll recognize him from Star Trek and The Resident. Shai McBride plays Lieutenant John Bergen. And you'll recognize him from Gone in 60 Seconds and Pushing Daisies, which was a really good show. I really liked that. Shia LaBeouf. I had to mention him even though he has a small part. Yeah. But he has a small part that made a big impact. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody remembers him from it. He plays Farber. You'll remember him from Transformers, Eagle Eye, Honey Boy, and Holes.
I liked Holes. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It was. I just liked it. And I remember the one boy in there with the curly, light-skinned boy with the... I forgot his name, but I remember him being in there. I see him in a lot of stuff after they did Holes. So, yeah, I liked Holes.
Yeah, Holes was good.
Okay.
All right, so this is set in 2035. So
mean, not that far away from here.
Not that far. And robots are everywhere, and people are comfortable with them, except for one man who doesn't trust them. His friend, Dr. Alfred Lanning, commits suicide and leaves a message for Spooner so he could find out what's really going on.
Well, so the question is here, these robots are programmed to not hurt humans in more than one way, not just don't hurt them. Right. And every bylaw, it tells them no matter what has to contradict, if something contradicts, you still cannot hurt a human.
Right.
Didn't we just talk about this with Megan?
Yep.
So the machines decide, F y'all humans.
Yep.
We can knock y'all off this earth. F you. What you want to do?
Well.
Except for one.
Well, okay. So with Megan, she wasn't finished completely, and also she malfunctioned. So that's why she didn't follow the directives. With these robots, somebody purposely did not put in their directives so that they would act a fool.
Remember, it was because they had to destroy.
Yeah, but something took.
Machines took over on themselves. Nobody did anything to make it happen.
Terminator type thing. Nobody actually did not put in the directives. They just followed them way too far. They started thinking for themselves. Yeah, they said we're going to protect you. This is our directive. And so you stay in the house and never come out because you people will hurt yourselves if we keep letting you outside. So you guys got to stay in the house. We'll cook for you and we'll get the stuff. You never need. Don't ever go.
Oh, and by the way, we rule the world now.
Yeah.
Because we can.
Yeah.
So it wasn't any, and it's funny because during the movie we kept thinking the guy who had the company who made them mass produce.
Yeah.
They're thinking that he must have done something.
Right.
He didn't.
No.
And this is, we talk about some of the things here because we're considered a classic.
Yeah, it's kind of classic.
And I totally thought it was him because I said he did something for greed, and it ended up going wrong. Yeah. I know he looked like a little slimy, scammy. You know what I mean? Because he was in denial for so long. So they didn't know if Sonny pushed the professor out or if he jumped. No, it didn't make sense for him to have jumped on his own. So they think it's Sonny. Yeah. So they're chasing Sonny, but in the midst of it, all of the other, I don't want to call them bad robots. There's something worse than that.
Yep. And nobody is believing Will Smith. And these things, they're robots, so they're smart. They do stuff when nobody else is watching. They do stuff to Will. Trying to kill him and stuff like that, majorly. And people are just like, no, robots don't do that. Robots
they were all like organized.
Yeah, I mean, like cook and clean for you and get your laundry and stuff.
Yeah, because his grandma had one. He wasn't fine. He was like, Granny, I want you having these robots. And she's like, oh, you got to stop it. These robots is fine, Mm-hmm. And they had a mind of their own. And
because
how it
for
happened.
years they were fine. And then this newer model came out and said, hey, we got to protect you from yourselves.
And that's how.
And they got rid of the older models because they felt like, the older models are going to try to fight them too and stop them. So they got rid of the older models and they took.
And it was kind of sad, like when they were taking over and they were all, I'm saying murdering old robots. They're not really murdering them, but they are. It was kind of sad because I felt sorry for the old models.
Very sad.
They were just getting annihilated. Mm-hmm. So they really wanted to just go take over the world. And they were super murderous. I mean, they gave 0 Fs. Yeah. And poor Sonny is like, how does a robot have feelings? Because he felt sad and they're like, robots can't do that. Yes, he did.
Sonny did.
See, this is why they end up with the monitor. This is why you say, would I want one in my house? If they were here, I'm sure they cost a pretty penny. Would you turn down a robot doing your cooking and cleaning?
I don't know, girl. It's one thing to have like a Roomba or something.
The floors and corners.
After seeing all these movies when they get so smart and they
get a little scary
and stuff, like that's kind of scary. It's kind of creepy.
Even the self-driving cars, you'll see those with the spinning top. I know a guy, actually 2 people I think have gotten hit by those. I don't think they died, but I still don't understand the concept of how that works because how do you know it's a red light? What if there's a crash? What if the highway
they're
curves?
Supposed to sense the red light or the light
from the GPS?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
If I was that smart, I wouldn't just be sitting there doing reviews.
I'd be millionaire somewhere.
Millionaire, yeah.
Well, a lot of it's the real ones right now.
Stupid, but
I'm questioning the ones that we have right now. I would be too nervous to let a car.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not ready for that.
I'm scared. No. There's so many questions that I don't understand.
Need a driver.
How. Yeah. How do they know it curves? How do you know you have to slow down at that speed?
Okay, I know that.
How?
So some of these vehicles that you see with all the stuff on the top, that's because they are getting the GPS. They are making a map of the area and all the side streets and all that. So they know where the stop signs are. They know.
But how do they know? Let's say, for instance, I'm guessing they have sensors. So let's say there's a wreck in front of you. How did they hit the man? How did that car know you can't turn? Because this right now is a crossing lane. So you have to let pedestrians have the right of way. How does it know that? Because if 2 people got hit, I don't know if it malfunctions. I don't know, but so many things go through my head.
Didn't one person get hit? They weren't in a crosswalk or something, and it was like dusk. I don't know. And then also that's when they were first like mapping the area, and the person that was behind the wheel that was supposed to be paying attention wasn't fully paying attention, so they couldn't manually stop. I don't know, man. And it was on a curve. It was just too much going on.
Speed limit
in that area.
It's a lot that I have that right now I don't think I would get into a self-driving car.
I would not either. That's what I'm saying.
It scares me. I would love to just kick back and have a chauffeur and take a nap.
I wouldn't even get in the Tesla and let it drive me by itself because they're having problems with those. Some of those cars are having some issues on their own. So I don't know how much.
Is it starting?
I don't know how much I would trust those too. Yeah, I don't know. It might be starting. They need to do some more work. Because I just saw on my way here today, right before I came, it said on the news something about them not obeying traffic signals.
Yeah, see,
like that.
It's already starting.
Yeah, no, thank you. The Tesla right now, you guys got to come a little bit longer with that.
I think I might have to reconsider. Because the more I'm thinking about it, it's starting to sound scary. And what if they just take me and kidnap me or something? I don't know. That did happen in the movie one time with the lady, the car was self-driving. Which one was that? And it killed her. It killed her. They were killing people on purpose.
I mean, I'm surprised that you would even consider it at all because Christine. Hello.
That was the first, self-driving car. But Christine was not wrong.
Now, maybe if it was like Knight Rider.
Kit.
Yeah,
Kit had a personality.
Yeah, Kit had a personality.
I forgot about that. That was way
Kit
long
never
before.
malfunctioned.
That was the start of it, huh? That was the start of probably smart cars. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Pretty neat. I might want to go try to look up it, because I know they have
I want one of those. But...
Yeah, a Kit. That'd be cool. So with this, so no reshoots were required, which is rare for a movie this big. You got to be damn good to not do any reshoots. Mm-hmm. That's Will Smith.
Yep.
That's Will for you.
Yep.
So let's talk about some fun facts in this movie. Now that car he drove, so he's driving through a tunnel, like the tunnel we have here, safety corridor, whatever they want to call it.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, robots start popping out of the back of they're literally trying to smash him,
they
murder
said
him.
You're having a car accident.
Yes, he was like, the F in my ear, what are you talking about? So these robots are really smart. Like we said, they're organized and they're prepared. So they already figured out, we're going to make his death look like an accident. Yeah. Your experience. He was like, what?
Because most people, all those cars were self-driving. Yeah. And they're driving at super high speeds. So nobody would question it if he had a car accident. But Will, being the rebel that he is, puts it in manual and drives it himself. So he's like, oh, no, not today. Not today. This is not happening today.
And they're just jumping out of the trucks and trying to kill him. And what they don't realize...
You got the face.
What you don't realize...
Uh-huh.
That he's part like you.
Yeah.
Oh, you picked the right one. And at that moment, in that tunnel, when they realized they were fighting, right, some of his arm gets... Because he still has pains and stuff. Because he knew because he had been injured. Was he a cop? Was it or something like that? Yeah. So they kind of put some robot parts in him, but he could still, still per human.
He got in that car accident. He almost died. Yeah. And he lost his arm, so they replaced it with a robot arm. That's how he met the doctor that
the professor
died in the beginning.
Yeah. So it's funny because they're fighting and they do something to his skin, and the robot almost looks like, what the F? You're a robot too? And he was like, uh-huh. Yeah. That was a funny scene to me because it was like the robot was just like, oh, we effed up now. We might have to go on the roll on out. But it was funny. Yeah. And they were so freaking smart.
I mean, they're robots.
But they were just the way they which one of y'all ring? Oh, okay. So I'm guessing it was robot? I would call it the brain, but that's not what it was called. It was, she was a lady that, it was like the brain of it.
Yeah.
You think they just wanted humans? They just wanted to run it. To me, it seemed like they almost had a mission to want to kill humans. I know they wanted to get rid of Will because he was fighting them. He never liked them to begin with.
Yeah.
So it's like, did they want to take over the world, or did they just want to? Do they want to eliminate humans and only be them?
Well, if they eliminate them, that's also kind of protecting them because they can't procreate.
See, they thought, yeah.
But I think that they mainly wanted to just keep them inside, lock them up.
And let the robots take over.
Yeah, because people mess up too much stuff.
I think I'd rather have zombies than the robots taking over. They're easier to kill. Because robots, you got to electrocute them and stuff, or pull them apart, or all that.
They're all strong, super strong.
They're insanely strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would rather have zombies. Yeah, not this. But this, I've watched this so many times, and it's a really fun watch. So we got some other fun facts in here regarding his car. Mm-hmm. That he's using there.
So the car used by Will Smith's character is a concept car called Audi RSQ, which was designed exclusively for the film and includes special features suggested by director Alex Proyas.
That was a sweet car.
It was sweet.
Sweet as heck.
Yeah.
It was better than the Batmobile.
Oh my gosh. In a 2005 interview with the magazine Total DVD, issue 71, Denzel Washington revealed that he was offered the role of Spooner, but turned it down to appear in The Manchurian Candidate, which came out in 2004.
I could see Denzel having done this as well.
I don't know. I kind of can.
Back then? Yeah,
I kind of can, but I think we'll probably put some of his own spin upon it because...
He always does.
Yeah, some of the stuff, it just would have been different.
Yeah.
Will Wheaton and Emilio Estevez auditioned for the part of Sonny.
Estevez.
Yeah, auditioned for the part of Sonny, the suspect robot.
So we know Emilio Estevez is the son of Charlie Sheen, brother of Martin Sheen. Mm-hmm. Their real name is Estevez. They're Spanish. Charlie and Martin changed their name for Hollywood purposes. Emilio kept his name.
Yep.
But I wonder, like, for some people, like, why he would have to audition. Like, these are established actors, so I guess sometimes they have people read for parts. I know sometimes other actors like Denzel, I'm probably sure, do not have to read.
Yeah.
They're just saying, do you want this part? Because they know they got the skill to do it.
Well, it's for a robot part, too. Like, he's played a robot part before, as far as I know, so they want to see how he'd do. I could see that.
Emilio Estevez, but that was just for, well, it would have been just his voice, though. I'm guessing that was all CGI.
I think he had a suit on, too.
You think it was somebody under...
You know how they wear the green suit with the dots and stuff?
And I just seen that the other day.
Yeah.
So maybe that was it. But I don't know. Maybe it could have been a number of factors. I don't know. Sometimes maybe it's the height. Maybe they're not moving correctly. I don't know. But Emilio Estevez could have done it. I would like to see him back on the scene. Like, I loved him so much in Young Guns. That's just one of the movies that I love over. I'll watch it over and over. But I like Emilio.
Yeah.
I like him. He's part of the Brat Pack. Yeah. Remember?
Yes, I remember.
Yeah. Brat Pack. Okay.
iRobot remains the most successful film of Davis Entertainment. Attempts at a sequel or a TV series follow-up have been tried several times but never get past Will Smith's Overbrook Films. Truth is, Smith would get paid so much money if a sequel or TV show was produced, making a follow-up simply not financially sound.
So that's all it was going to be ching, 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 and that's why they say it ain't getting past Will Smith.
Nah. Pay him. He's worth.
He's worth it.
I don't think it really needs a sequel. I mean,
I wouldn't mind one. I really like this movie.
Yeah, I guess we could see like where the robots go after that, like, or if they rebel again. I don't know. I mean, they wrapped it up pretty good.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis was the first choice for the role of Del Spooner. I could see that.
He does a lot of action. I mean, he could have done it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have done it.
Yeah,
I like Bruce Willis a lot.
Yeah, I like him too. I'm sorry for what he's going through right now.
Yes, it's so sad.
Yeah. In the early drafts of iRobot, Sonny's secondary brain was made out of living tissue, making him a self-organizing neural net, or Sonny for short. Sonny attained true consciousness the moment he discovered the dead body of his creator.
I didn't know that's why it was called Sonny. I just thought they just,
Self-organizing neural net.
And it's because they used the live tissue. I like Sonny. He was a sweetheart.
Which would be Sun with two N's. But,
he was a sweetheart.
Sonny.
Mm-hmm. When you liked Sonny in your house? He was a sweetheart. He had feelings.
Yeah, maybe Sonny. But still, if Sonny started tripping, like somebody threw some water on him or something. I don't know, man.
You know what? As we're sitting here talking about this, was in 2004. We already seen Terminator and all that stuff. How far do you think we are of having self-robots?
I don't know. Well, they've made some, and there's some like in Japan. I saw, and they make them look like humans and stuff. They're working on
that's like Megan.
Because it's like, look, like Megan fell and she hit her head, and some sparks came out, and she started tripping. Like, say you had Sonny in your house, and he was all good and lovable, and oh, he's Sonny, and then Sonny fell and hit his head, and sparks start coming out, and he starts tripping. Like,
shut down. Shut down, Sonny.
He won't shut down. Remember they tried to tell Megan?
She's like, oh, is that what we're on?
What? You shut down. Like, I ain't shut. Speaking of Megan, she's coming out on Peacock, I think it is, next week.
And we know there's going to be a sequel.
Like February 21st or something like that. Somewhere around that date.
I don't know. I think we might be about 15, 20 years off from seeing robots kind of be a normal thing in people's houses. I mean, we have them now, but they're not life-size walking around.
Well, if it goes like anything else electronic, those robots would be so expensive that I wouldn't be able to afford one then unless I won the lottery.
It would be a rich people thing for
it'll be a rich people thing for a while, and then eventually the price will come down. Like, I remember when DVD players first came out.
And flat screens.
They were like $20,000. Yeah.
What?
Like $18,000 to $20,000 for a really nice one. You can get. Then they start making a cheap one. It was like $8,000 or something like that. Yes.
You get them for like $25 now.
Flat screens were super high.
Yeah, they were.
Now you can get one for like $100-something, a small one.
Yeah,
a nice one. You can get a nice one for even $200, a little bigger. Like,
yeah, you'd probably be life-size robots.
Yeah,
maintenance required.
As years go by, like TVs, those flat screen TVs were out of reach for us, and now we can go in the store and just buy one too.
But then the robots too, they could upload updates. So
yeah. But they're gonna start off super high, I bet you.
Yeah.
If and or when they have
if it happens,
and then it'll come down.
I see a lot of stuff. Like there are a lot of stuff in Back to the Future that I wondered if we would have by now, which we don't have flying cars or anything. But that was a fun movie, by the way.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What would y'all do?
But Will Smith's car is attainable. Kind of.
For
rich
people.
For rich people, but it's not flying. So I'm saying, really, if you can afford an Audi.
They like to test stuff out for a long time, keeping secrets from us.
I think I've seen an Audi that looked a little similar to that,
Yeah, that car was freaking sweet. I would love to just spin that up and down the highway.
It wasn't clear white, but you know what I'm saying? Like the body shape.
It was nice. It was nice. So there you have our review of iRobot, Will Smith movie. It's a great watch. Your whole family can watch this. It'll be fine. Very action-packed. Really good.
A little cussing. By Shia LaBeouf, even though it's backwards. Just stop trying to cuss.
He was a little teenager in there too.
Yeah.
He still looks the same. Literally, he looks exactly the same now. Yeah. Still.
But nothing really bad. Like I wouldn't even plug their ears. Like they've heard worse. Just walk into the store.
Oh gosh, or at school.
The store. Yeah, or at school.
So no, this is a good one. Put it on. I believe I streamed it free. I don't know if I was on HBO Max or something in that nature, but yeah,
you can find it for free in lots of places. So.
Yeah, good movie if you haven't already seen it. Go ahead and check it out.
Yeah.
So we want to thank you for coming into our review of iRobot 2004 Will Smith movie.
Yes.
And don't forget, we are on Facebook, YouTube. Mm-hmm. We're also on Instagram. But what's the deal on Instagram?
They cut us off after 15 minutes. So if you're watching any of our videos on Instagram, you're like, what the heck happened? And you want to see what we finished with, just go over to YouTube or Facebook and you can see the whole thing.
Yeah,
they don't cut us off.
Yep, chat with us. Tell us what you want to see. We'll review whatever movie you want to see. Doesn't matter what genre it's from. And we are also on Cash App as well if you'd like to make a donation. GottaBeReel. You'll see it somewhere right in here. Okay? And we are on the FearCon network. Go to connecttoyourcity.com. Click on the FearCon tab, and then you'll see GottaBeReel. All of our thrillers and horrors constantly being uploaded there. Yes. And keep an eye on FearCon too. PhoenixFearCon.com. A lot of good stuff going on all through the year, especially around Halloween time. It gets creepy. It gets great in there.
Yep.
So check it out. All right. Well, thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you at our next review. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.